Hello, Monica.
Girl, I just used this crazy filter on Instagram and my lips look ashy as hell. Please can you go look? But just I want everyone to go to if you are listening to this, go to watch the video on on YouTube or whatever. That's not how my lips look. That is so shady.
I want everyone to know that I'm looking at a picture of Monet. I'm looking at Monet in real life, and her lips are
Shut
cracking.
the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Monet look like Ashy Larry. Monet looked like Dave Chappelle when he was in that little.
I reference that sketch so much and no one ever knows it. Thank you for knowing that.
Well, okay. I mean, I grew up in a black house, so yeah, we watched it. A black American house. I'm sure that.
I've been bringing up to black Americans all the time, but they're like, "Girl, what?"
Well,
Like,
how old are they? How old?
Yeah,
how old?
they're
Yeah,
young.
there it is. And there's your problem. These youngins don't know about.
I will say,
Dave
look
Chappelle.
at Miss Bob the drag queen wearing her little tank top, trying to show a little body. She's trying to give a little more exchange.
I'm literally showing as much body as I normally show. I'm usually wearing my spaghetti straps that come down to here. But
Okay.
I actually am wearing my overalls that I always wear. But because I always wear them, I put them down because I don't want folks being like, Bob always wearing the same two outfits. But I don't go
Child.
shopping a lot for clothes.
Well, you know what? That's good. Bob and I do not contribute to the disgusting habit of fast fashion. JK, bitch, I am a fast fashion to house down boots.
I was about to say I am fully wearing pants from an Urban Outfitter, so please don't tell everyone.
This is from Primark. I remember one time I went to the UK. And you know how I'm obsessed with Primark, and a fan saw me at a Primark in Ireland or something, whatever. And I was walking around afterwards, and I got like a whole tweet storm of, "Oh my God, Monet Exchange shops at Primark. She's contributing to the downfall of society. I cannot believe she would." I was like, I just wanted.
Were you not like, bitch, weren't you in Primark with me at the same time buying shit? Bitch, if you were there, what's good, Monica? What's good? Also, what were you talking about before you were like, I'll save it for the, you were like, I've been trying to, you know what, I'll save it for the show.
Oh, I just feel like for the past 2 days, I'm not doing a thing. And I know y'all think that we Bitcoin the podcast, do a thing. I just, my life is a constant stream of consciousness. And I just feel like the past 2 days, I have been trying to reach out to you just to chat and whatever. And it's also been a very hard past 4 days for me. And you have not done a very good job of reciprocating my, I need to talk to you just to chat.
Well, I want to say that I hear you. Your feelings are valid. They're not necessarily facts because I have our entire call log where I've called you. I actually can post the screen grab on my Instagram story right now if people want to see the amount of times I've reached out to you in the past couple of days and had conversations or ones where you didn't even answer the phone. But I want you to know, Monet, that if you need to hear from me or talk to me, you can always text. You can always say, hey, girl, I really need to chat right now. Because those moments are available to you as a good friend of mine.
Well, I also want
And
to,
since you
if any
subscribe
of
to
our
my Patreon.
if any of our friends happen to be here, I think, an overwhelming majority will say that Bob the Drag Queen is one of the hardest persons to reach. But when Bob wants to reach you, bitch, you better make the fuck sure that you are available because he will fucking. I just want to say that.
That is so nasty and so rude. Y'all don't know. So my rule is, my only thing, it's not even a rule. I always call twice. Every time I call someone, if they don't answer, I call back immediately. Because I always think to myself, you ever been running to the phone and then you got there right when it's I always call twice. But other than that, and I'll say, hey, can you give me a call? Hey, I always text, hey, call me back. I call twice and then I text, call me back.
Can I give you advice? First of all, Jay DeFeo gave you a great advice for a coffee table book. You never listened to it, and I've given you this one. I've said it to you before.
What was the advice again? What was the advice? I can't remember. Was it like
Jay
jokes?
said that
What was it? Tweets? What was it?
Yeah, you should have a coffee table book of jokes, just like a little coffee table book of Bob the Drag Queen jokes or funny little anecdotes, something like that. And then I say that you should do a Bob the Drag Queen, another coffee table book, rules or advice for life, because you have very to me, in my opinion, funny and ridiculous rules of how you govern yourself and how you govern your friendships and relationships. So I think that will be very funny.
Well, I'm currently working on a book, which was kind of like soft announced like almost a year ago, but it hasn't been. So I'm currently writing a book. It is not a coffee table book, but you know what? I really enjoying the process, and I would like to write more books. We already have. Jacob is already sitting through a couple of people to chat, so I guess we should quickly, before we start diving into the episode, hear what these people got to say. Let's listen to Nicholas.
Hey guys, as a close friend of yours, my name's Nick. I live in Dallas. We're just such close friends. I'm always hanging out with you guys, obviously. You remember, right? I can confirm that Bob is very emotionally distant, and he has hurt me many times by not responding to me when I need him the most. So, Monet, I stand with you, I see you, and I hear you.
I gotta say, I have not responded to a single one of Nicholas's messages. So let's listen to Damon Roy.
Oh my God, this is so stressful. Why did y'all pick now to go live? The first Black women's main event in WWE just came. First WrestleMania main event just came on. I'm gonna watch y'all, but you know what? No, I'm gonna play it in the background. I'm gonna give that like 20% attention, and y'all got 80.
I have not watched a WWF event or WWE now.
WWE
in so long.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that there's a lot more Black people being represented in the world's largest sports entertainment league.
Well, in case you guys are all just tuning in, thank you for tuning in and splitting your time and attention between the other thing you're doing and us going live right now.
WrestleMania. Yeah, we're fighting against WrestleMania right now, which is a pretty big deal.
I know, and I have a sneaking suspicion that we have more listeners and viewers right now. But my name is Monet Exchange.
My name is Bob, the Drag Queen, and we are reviewing the lucky episode from RuPaul's Drag Race Season 13 live. I mean, okay, who just went home? Probably nobody knowing Drag Race. No,
Girl, and you're right. No the fuck body. We are back at where we were at last week.
No, last week. No, who just went home at the beginning of last week?
Olivia Lux.
Oh yeah, that's right. Olivia Lux went home. And the girls were like, back in there. And apparently, Olivia wrote like her nice message on the mirror, and she was sent home. I mean, it was her time. I think it's time to move on, right? What?
Normally, Bob is like, yeah, it's sad to see her go. Olivia goes, yeah, get the fuck out of here. Anyway, moving on. Swiftest competition. Damn.
Well. And the thing is, I'm not sick of Drag Race. I will watch every season that I can get my hands on. I even try to watch the ones that aren't in English, but I can't read that good. But I will try to watch so much Drag Race. But that being said, this is a very long season of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Girl, we are a quarter into the year. And
a quarter.
That means 1/4 of 300. We are 1/4 of 365 days into the year, and bitch, the season is still not done.
Well, girl, this season is interseasonal. It was from the winter. It is going into the spring. I was like, not interseasonal, not traversing seasons up in here. But that being said, I started my notes at they're like coming in the room, they're talking about what they want to do with the money, and all the girls like reinvest into my drag, and Candace, I want to buy a boat.
That's hood bitches, girl. I have to say I had ridiculous grand ideas what I wanted to do with my money too, and the hood bitches we just like nice things.
Girl, Candy took her stimmy and used it on some bullshit. She's gonna spend $100 on I just want to buy a boat because first of all, where are you going to put a boat in New York? Everyone who drives boats. What?
La Marina, right there uptown. La Marina is right there. You can park your boat right there.
Yeah, Monet, all of those spots are taken. That is one of the most coveted parking spots for a boat in America. And I got a feeling that they cost a lot of money to upkeep. Maybe if your boat's $100,000, what's the rest of your money coming from? Cameos? Like this
From
shit
Pride.
is expensive as hell.
From Pride gigs. You gonna get money from Pride gigs.
I mean, most of the boats that you see in New York are from New Jersey, are from Long Island, and they like drive them in. Very few people are wealthy enough to park their boats in Manhattan. But
Well, I think Candy Muse is going to be an iconic queen. I think she's going to be fierce. And I think Candy Muse can afford to have a boat uptown by La Marina where all the Dominicans and Puerto Ricans be chilling in the summer uptown. I think Candy Muse can do that.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Also,
anyway,
doubling back really quick, I want to say about Olivia. I think, honestly, it is really impressive that Olivia, as they said, at that point when the show was filming, she was doing drag for maybe a year and a half. And the fact that she's gotten this far in Drag Race after doing drag for such I could never, I'm trying to think where I was 2 years into my drag, and I could have never competed on Drag Race at this level. And I think kudos to her for doing so well.
yeah, congrats. She did a really good job. I mean, I think there's a few baby queens in the history of Drag Race who competed on the show. Shangela, Valentina.
And Chandra did not do well.
But Valentina did pretty well. And Candy Ho, and she also didn't do very well. But Valentina and Olivia seemed to be the ones who were able to prevail despite their, being freshmen in the class. But anyway, what did you do with your Drag Race money?
Put it back into drag, honestly. I mean, I made like some investments, I think that to all the girls who are on this season, if they happen to listen to this, I don't know what girls from this season listen to this or not. I have no idea. But if you are listening, bitch, get you a financial advisor and get you things that so you can stretch your money out. Don't be out here thinking that the money is ever flowing. No, take the money that you are getting from this year into and like RuPaul said, pay your fucking taxes and get a financial planner to help you make your money long and strong and not short and weak.
And
like Bob's knees.
Yeah. My knees are. I have the Megan Thee Stallion knees. Everyone knows it. But I will say, a big part of, and also paying your taxes is more than just paying your taxes. Because bitch, I paid my taxes and then I got audited and I paid my taxes again. So
girl,
so make sure. Look right now. You're gonna pay those taxes, hell or high water. Welcome to say, Miss Hell and High Water. You are gonna pay your fucking taxes. But yeah, invest. I heard you invested in oil and big pharmaceuticals. Is that true, Monet?
Yeah, I actually bought a fracking ranch in
nice.
in La Marina, actually uptown, in New York City. It's really nice.
Wait, so you're fracking right into the East River? Wow.
Oh, we're destroying it.
Right down the Hudson.
Anyway, Rosé's fucking cheese foreskin joke. I don't know if people got that, but that shit.
What did she say?
She was like, someone said something about cheese. She's like, girl, we're going to find the cheese when I take off all these sites tonight. And you know Rosé is uncircumcised. I was like, I'm fucking done.
I did not. That went over my head. And honestly, now I can smell it. Now I can smell it. The smell of drag queen tights is something that will stay with you for a long time. Like, it is a real thing. I also love that now that obviously there's no mini challenge, they're going straight to the gig this week, and RuPaul's like, we're gonna have Jamal Sims, and Mick is over here wooing, like gushing over Jamal Sims, and then she's like, I love when she goes, America's gonna think it's crazy because they're gonna think I'm crazy because I love Jamal Sims. Like, no, bitch, that makes sense. It's not like you said, this is weird, but I have a crush on Stephen Hawking's. Like, you didn't say like America's gonna think it's so weird that I want to fuck. It's like everyone wants to fuck Jamal Sims.
I know, and I was like, I literally wrote in my notes, I'm gonna fuck that little white bitch up for trying to steal my man. I was like, how dare she? Also, did you notice that they screamed a lot this episode? Yes, the girls react a lot, but I feel like, I don't know if I was hyper aware of it. Every 2 minutes, like they walk into the room and they're like, yeah! And they're like, we're the top 4, yeah! Then RuPaul, hello, yeah! What's the challenge? Yeah! I was like, calm down, bitch. Is the last episode. I need to calm the fuck down.
Well, there was definitely a vibe in the air that they were more. They seemed less exhausted than every other top 4. Because top 4s are usually like, this has been a slog.
Girl.
Like, Mick's like, I'm just so bubbly and excited, and I'm just so happy, and I'm just, this is gonna be great. And Candy's laugh. By the way, I wrote down, I love Candy's laugh. Like I love hearing Candy's little.
What is it?
Like she loves like.
I don't
love that
recall. I love Candy. You know, I have to say, I have Candy and I we didn't work a lot, but obviously I've seen Candy around a lot. We did a few gigs together, and once I did a gig at Metropolitan in Brooklyn, and walking in, Candy, that was her regular Saturday gig with Frankie Sharp, and Candy's just always like Candy's always Candy. I've never seen Candy out here being a fake bitch. She's just always Candy, and I really enjoy her. I love her.
Yeah, every time I met Candy, she's been lovely. I mean, that one time she blocked me on Twitter, but outside of that one time, we
wait.
I told you,
she did.
I already said it on the podcast years ago. She blocked
did
me on
you?
Twitter. Yeah, I said, and then Candy was like, I didn't even know I blocked you. I think she forgot, but she did block me years ago on Twitter because I made fun of Aja at a roast, and she didn't like it. So,
yes.
And then she went on TV and made fun of Aja for the whole season.
Oh my God! Yes. Oh my God! The Tic Tac luncheon. I don't think they did them last season.
Wait, before we even get to Tic Tac lunch, I want to say two things. First of all, did you notice at one point they were like, you can use stuff from the fabric wall, but they never showed them using it, and they didn't do it. RuPaul was like, and you can always, of course, use the blah 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 fabric wall, but they never showed them. And this storyline, there's a whole segment of the show, like a whole 40-second segment about Rosé being a rapper, and it was driving me bananas.
Okay, Bob, I think you're stretching it. That's not what it was. Rosé said during the pandemic.
I said 40 seconds. All I said was 40 seconds. It was they dedicated 40 seconds to Rosé being a rapper.
But Rosé did not say she was a rapper. She said that during the pandemic, people would pay her to write raps, and she would do raps. She never said, "Bitch, I am the new Eminem. Call me Pink Shady."
What she said was, and I quote, "I am a self-employed social media rap star," were her exact words.
Did she?
Verbatim. Verbatim.
You hate Rosé.
I do not hate Rosé. All I'm saying is Rosé told
you know how
it
coming to America. You know how to come to America, they throw like rose petals at their feet. You're throwing dog shit at Rosé's feet. You're just littering her ground with dog shit.
I do not hate Rosé. I was just weirded out by her being like, "I'm a rap star," but maybe she was joking. Maybe there's a chance she was joking. Who knows?
I want to hear some of these raps she wrote. Do you think any of her raps were better than your COVID musical song lyrics?
Maybe they were. Who knows? I mean, they're on social media still. She said she did on social media, so I mean, I'm sure the small amount of sleuthing, we can figure it out. Did you know What's the Tea was ended in 2020? Because I realized it's usually What's the Tea, the podcast, but the podcast ended in March of 2020. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I am subscribed to them, and I noticed that a new episode hadn't been uploaded in a while. But I thought maybe they just took a hiatus. I didn't realize it was like done, but I guess it's done.
Well, I don't know for a fact that it's done, but I know they have not uploaded in over a year, is what I know. In over a year, they haven't done a podcast, and it was going on for quite a while, actually.
Yeah. RuPaul was getting them. I mean, that's what everyone referenced. When people say, "Let's talk about blah," because that was from their podcast, they would always say, "Michelle, let's talk about Squarespace," and that was one of their ads they would do.
I want to talk to you about Squarespace. And also, RuPaul has a lot of energy. When I was watching, I literally paused and I said, "This bitch is on coke." Like, RuPaul was like jazzed. I was like, "RuPaul, what is going?" She is jazzed up right now.
That's how RuPaul was, Bob, when we did All Stars for the Lollapalooza thing, when all the girls lip synced against each other. When I tell you, we were all sitting there like, because it was also the day after Bunny was there for the roast. I was like, "Girl, Bunny must have left a brick of cocaine in RuPaul's dressing room," because he was behind the stage like, "Woo, all right, girls," and just cracking jokes. We were like, "What is going on? This is amazing." But I didn't think he had a weird. I feel like RuPaul always has energy like this.
Sometimes, RuPaul seems particularly energized and by Gottmik. Like, Gottmik has enchanted RuPaul. RuPaul is fully obsessed with Gottmik. Like, fully obsessed. let's take a moment to listen to
We have a
Dion's.
If RuPaul was on coke, I'm sure Bob felt right at home.
Yes, girl. Yes, girl.
Y'all are so ridiculous. Again, I do not want anyone, once the world opens up, do not be bringing me any cocaine. I will call security on you. I will have you escorted out of the venue. Or Monet will probably take it. Honestly, depending on the tour, if we're on a tour with other girls, it won't. That coke won't even make it past your hands.
Yeah, I think RuPaul. I wrote. You can tell Ru really vibes with You can tell when RuPaul really likes queens in the one-on-ones, and RuPaul clearly is super into Gottmik. RuPaul is going off, and you can tell he really enjoyed his chat with Got, and he was feeling her.
Well, I'm also I of the girls I've met. I've met them all except Simone. Simone's the only one I haven't met before. And I will say this, Gottmik is very, very charming. When I met Gottmik, I was Gottmik is just a very, very charming person and nice and I was looking online and how we talked about this, how Gottmik did that that bit on TikTok where you call people and say I'm busy, and I was there is no chance on earth. First of all, I don't have that many phone numbers of Drag Race girls, and they would not answer the phone if I called them.
Yeah, and I think that speaks to how likable she is and how well people always pick up with her. You know what I mean? So I agree. I would not. I don't have that many girls' numbers.
No, you're more popular than I am. The girls like you. I'm also, to be fair, I am a little bit more confrontational, and they're probably just so jealous of me. No, I'm kidding. But there's, I don't know. People. We had a whole thing. I gave 2 or 3 famous people my phone number recently, and they did not text me. And I am but what's up though? I gave my number to Cheryl Underwood.
Bob, not you saying their business on here.
All I said was I gave my phone number to Cheryl Underwood, and she didn't text me back. I gave my phone number to Lala Milan, and she didn't text me back. And I gave my phone number to someone else famous recently. I was like, well, here's my number. And they were like, yeah. Child.
Anyways. The other person I felt that Ru was really infectious with and Ru really jived with was Simone. And again, I think he enjoyed his conversation. I mean, sorry, Candy. I think that he enjoyed his conversation with Simone and Rose too, but it just seemed like he was super into Gottmik and Candy Muse.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I also wrote this down. RuPaul. Okay, oh my God, I'm not even ready for this. I don't even want to read this note. I don't even want to read this note.
Oh God, what is it, Bob? What are you dragging me into now?
Because everyone's gonna create some narrative. But my honest question, as I'm watching everyone talk, my honest question is, what is Rose's storyline? What is the storyline?
I think Rose's storyline this season is that she is someone I think Rose's whole trajectory, the entire show has been up. You know what I mean? She lost the first. She's the only one from the first lip syncs still here. She lost that, and her storyline where she was super trying to be perfect. That I don't agree with. That I don't see the whole perfect thing. But I think what I was watching the season looked like her thing was I started out super low and I was on a steady climb the whole way. She was never in the bottom, and towards the end of the season she ended up with the second most wins. So I think it's that thing. Whereas Simone's was boom da da got mixes.
So let's talk about let's talk about Gottmik. Gottmik's storyline seems to be about a couple of things. One, Gottmik is the first trans masculine person to ever be on RuPaul's Drag Race. That's not her storyline. It's just a fact about her. Also, Gottmik came in thinking that all she was going to be was fashion and ended up being actually pretty good at comedy. And actually, in my opinion, the funniest queen of the season. That's a big part of Gottmik's storyline. Candy Muse is the underdog. Everyone said that she couldn't do it, and she ended up there. Everyone who doubted her, she outlasted all of them, and she made it really far. And Simone has been struggling with loving herself the entire season. Whenever Simone realizes she loves herself, she just starts crying. She's very emotional. Simone is very emotional, very hard on herself.
Is she a Pisces? Can someone message her? Is she Aquarius or Pisces or Cancer? Cancer's Bob. You are emotional as hell too. Bitch, you emotional.
Yeah, I have emotions. You caught me. I have all the emotions of a human.
By the way, you look like someone took a fucking get bigger gun and shot Simone, and now I'm looking at Simone right now. I feel like I'm doing. The opposite of a shrink ray. Someone hit Simone with that, and now me and Simone are having this podcast together. I'm gagged right now.
So Simone's a Capricorn. And so those are their storylines, and it feels like Rosé's storyline is like, I'm a perfectionist, and I'm also the most technically talented here, and my family really supports me, and I'm also Scottish. So it's a really hard storyline to relate to.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I don't see many trials in Rosé's storyline, where as in the other girls, I can reckon. I feel like we all have a piece of their trials in our lives, whereas Rosé's thing to be, because I am not someone that strives for perfection, and I know that may hold me back in my life. That's not something I strive for, because I know I can never be perfect. And I don't come from a family that was accepting of me at first, and yada yada. So yeah, I can see myself in the other girls, not so much in Rosé.
I would have been really interested to have a narrative where they talked about the fact that Rosé was kind of like, if anyone knows Stephanie's Child, the like in New York City before Drag Race, I feel like everyone saw like the star of Stephanie's Child as Jan. Jan was like the one out front who was like the star, and then Laguna Blue was like the amazing singer, and a lot of times Rosé would get like lost in the shadows. They even had a joke where she played Peggy when they did the Hamilton parody. But now she's getting a chance to shine for herself and show her own talent. That would have been actually a pretty interesting narrative to take on. And I feel like the storyline that she has is just less interesting. You know what I mean?
Let's listen to David Ferrari.
Yeah.
I guess the question is, do queens have to have a tragic storyline to be deserving of winning if she has the second best track record this season?
Ooh,
okay, it's not about having a tragic storyline. It's about what your win means. See, RuPaul's Drag Race is not a talent competition. It's not just a talent competition. It's about your personality. It's about the whole thing. If it was just a talent show, it'd be like AGT, where they don't do anything with their respect lives, or American Idol, where they just sing and that's it. Sing and then you're done. Do your talent and then leave. But that's not what RuPaul's Drag Race is. It's about the entire, what it means for you to be inducted into the winner's circle. In my opinion. What do you think, Monet?
I mean, I agree with that. To your point, that's like shows like, again, I haven't seen American Idol in a long time. Maybe they do lots of backstory now, but I remember when I used to watch it in the past, and also America's Got Talent, and I don't know about The Voice either, but those shows don't seem to center around who you are as a person, and how that has contributed to your career and your art and your drag, or your career and your art and your music or whatever. So yeah, I agree with you. I never thought about it all like that, but I agree with you.
Which is why I think RuPaul's Drag Race is the hardest reality TV show to compete on, period. There is no reality TV show where you have to have more skills than RuPaul's Drag Race, in my opinion. Can you name another show where you have to sing, dance, act, sew, strategize? What's the show?
You've never seen Top Chef?
Anyway, I was like, why are you making this face? There is no reality TV show where you have to have more skills, or even where your audition process is harder, than RuPaul's Drag Race. It is the most difficult reality TV show to compete on of all time. Let's listen to one more.
I think there is this problem though, where I feel like there's a little bit of like trauma bonding, where Ru feels like you have to have a traumatic or sad upbringing to relate to audience members, but I do feel like kids nowadays do have more accepting parents, and I think you should show more positive experiences, like according to Rosé, having a non-bad upbringing with her parents. So very interesting. It's like, I think the producers don't really view that as a storyline option.
Well, I mean,
they've shown that. Go ahead, Monet.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, in the past, they've shown people that come from super loving and accepting families, and like haven't had experiences of other queer folk in terms of rejection. They definitely showed that in the past. Absolutely. I don't think that is unique to like Sasha Valori, for example. Sasha's family is super accepting, and her dad, and back in Indiana and stuff. So Evie, yeah,
I mean, not to mention that one of the whole storylines was that Gigi Good's mom will do anything and bend over backwards. I mean, one of my storylines about how my mom does a lot of stuff for me. How I've had that support in my life as well. So I don't necessarily think that it's not about tragedy. I think all of us, no one gets through life without trauma. It's impossible. You can't make it this far. You can't make it past 10 without experiencing some kind of trauma. You know what I mean? And it's not about you don't have to put that on display for people to use, and you don't have to tell producers about your trauma. You can, if you want to, you can speak on it, and it can probably help other people who have experiences that are similar to yours. But it's also not it's like Bianca Del Rio didn't talk about any trauma on the show, and I think that she deserved her win. Her storyline was like, she's a bitch, but she's also nice, and she struggles with showing compassion. I mean, showing compassion, but is underneath a really good person. And I'm not saying it's Rosé's fault, but I'm saying that her storyline is very flimsy.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. Do you want to get into this rehearsal, girl? I love the rehearsals.
Let's get into this rehearsal. All right. You want? Let's go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I think that the rehearsals were strong. I don't think they showed anyone being flimsy or weird. Like even Candy, Candy and Simone, the two girls of colors in this top 4, these are the least coordinated bitches of color that I've ever seen in the top 4.
No, I think Candy can. I was saying, someone else said it last night. Candy can dance. Candy can't.
She can. Dance. In the show, she's not doing a good job of showcasing how good of a dancer she is and how much flavor she got. In this season of Drag Race, Candy Muse is lacking a little sasson. Candy Muse is normally a good dancer and she can move.
I don't think she is. I think Candy's doing a good job with the dances. I think that every once in a while they give her a dance move of someone who is who is of not that body size. Because like when they had her big ass crawling through the fucking phone, that was shady. Every single phone. But I think that on her feet, she's relatively light. She knows the move. There was the one backup move that she wasn't great at, but Rosé couldn't do the Millie Wop. There was like a whole thing where like Rosé was nailing it, but
watching Rosé try to Millie Wop, I was like, why they do that to that little white girl? I was like, this is not nice.
but I don't think that Rosé is like. I don't see that Rosé is that Candy was like. Now Simone, that's a different story. I will say this too. Jamal is a lot easier on the girls than Todrick Hall. Yes. Todrick Hall will be like, what can you not do? We're doing that. Right. And like he made and also more, he made Monique cartwheel. Bitch, I told you he had that thing where he wanted us to barrel cartwheel with no hands between somebody's legs and then try to get us to do it in rehearsal. I'm like, then the dance that he had me doing was like got mixed size. I'm like, so you want my 200-pound self to cartwheel through this nigga who's maybe 100? You were pretty skinny. You was skinny back then, 200. How skinny were you? Damn, you was trim.
Dude, this nigga that's maybe 110 pounds. I'm like, Todrick, that is insane.
But also, Todrick did BB dirty by putting, because when they were doing the cake thing, they put BB with the tiniest person in the history of people. And BB is our size. Let's listen to Christian.
The fact that they truly and honestly had this white Scottish woman out here trying to Millie Rock on any block was an affront to Rosé's already flimsy storyline.
Millie Rock on any block. I fucking live Christian Grant. That's so funny. Well, that shit was funny as hell.
I think that we're trying to find some flaws because Rosé is obviously an amazing dancer. Like Rosé got up there and was like, "Oh yeah, bam,
triple lutz on these sluts."
And they were like, "We got it." So I think they were just trying. And they were like, "Obviously, she won't be able to fucking Millie Rock, or you know what I mean." They should have had her to fucking do the shoot. I don't care how good of a dancer you are. White people cannot. No, there's some white folks that can do it, but like you could be like some amazing technical dancer, but that is the one dance move that is like something happens in the white part of the brain. It has a hard time developing. But obviously, going into this episode, I was like pretty sure that Rosé would be the best performer. But honestly, and we'll get to it, but like
I know. I want to say also, not Gottmik calling on her friend, not Gottmik calling on Gigi Gorgeous talking about my friends didn't think I would be good at any of the comedy challenges. They said you should like sing or something. I was like, she's clearly talking about Gigi Gorgeous.
Work. I also thought at one point I was like, Gottmik is not even listening to Jamal. Gottmik is trying to seduce Jamal. Jamal's like, so we're gonna have this, and she's like, yeah. And then I'm gonna do what? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna fucking do? And I was like, are they just get a room? Like, are these
Girl,
two what the fuck on the stage?
If there's any reality that I ever go back on Drag Race and Jamal is there for my dance rehearsal, I'm wearing a thong around my wrist and that's it. All right, that's all I'm showing up to rehearsals in. I was just like, Jamal, let's do it, girl.
Jamal likes the more conservative. You should show up in like a turtleneck. That's what I did. That's how I got. Also, Simone is like shy. Like, this bitch is shy.
And from the rehearsal denotes that? I don't. Where's that coming from?
Like, just whenever like they're not performing, whenever Simone's not like Simone, whenever Reggie's sitting around, she has like her sleeves pulled up to her hands. She's like kind of like.
I haven't noticed that.
She kind of like just like her shoulders are up to her ears. She's just kind of like just, and they even talk about it during the thing, and I was like, this bitch is like so shy, like, and so she really turns it on a dime when the wig goes on.
Also, I was gagged. Imagine your whole drag family. I don't know how many of them are in the House of Avalon, but they all just. I didn't realize they were all from Arkansas. I thought that the House of Avalon was in LA, and Simone made it to LA from Arkansas, and she joined it. I didn't realize all of them were these Arkansas kids. And like, we're leaving, we're getting out of town, we're going to Los Angeles. That's crazy. That's so cool.
I met them in Arkansas. I did a gig at Little Rock Pride years ago, and I met the whole House of Avalon. The next thing I know, they were up in LA. I was like, oh hey y'all, but I didn't know. I don't think Gigi is. I think Gigi's a new Avalon girl because she was not with them back in Little Rock. But at least maybe she was on vacation. Maybe she was doing her sick days. Maybe she was doing her sick days when I showed up. But she was not there when I had seen her, Henny. I wrote down this. Oh, so when Rose was trying to do the Millie Rock, she ended up doing the Footloose. You know Kevin Bacon in Footloose when he does the little move.
I've never seen it.
But the rehearsal was fine though. I mean, obviously Rose is the best dancer there. Rose is clearly the best dancer, and it's interesting like no one else is even close. It is wild.
Yeah, Rose is because she was like, she's like, and what next? Got it.
So as the girls getting ready, what really gagged me was how Simone and Mick were both like, oh yeah, I didn't see it for you, Rose. I mean, they just flat out were like, yeah, way.
Yeah,
Fully plot twist.
But do you think it's because she was in the pork chop group? Because all the other three girls were all in the winning group, and she's the only pork chop girl left.
The pork chop doc this storyline is so flimsy. This is weak. This is a weak ass. The pork chop doc thing over the past 25 episodes. Granted, yes, everyone from the pork chop doc is gone except Rose. So honestly, maybe it was indicative of something. But that being said, that would be a silly reason to count someone out. You know what I mean?
I mean, first impressions are lasting impressions, girl. You literally have a show called First Impressions, okay? It's the first impression that you get from somebody.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. But I was just gagged that they both just said that out of their mouths. Like, some opinions, keep to yourself. That's rich coming from me.
I'm about to say, when I first saw you at performing at the live, I had some opinions that have proven to be true.
I will say, every once in a while, people are like, "Wow, Bob, you were really honest when you first met me," and I was like, I felt like I was like being pretty standard. They were like, you were just very honest, and I was like, "Well, did you ask? If you ask, I'm going to tell you."
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
And at one point, Simone called Rose unseasoned chicken, or was that Candy? One of them called
I think
Rose
it was Candy.
Unseasoned chicken.
Candy.
And I was like, they're dragging this girl. Like, Jesus, leave her alone.
I think
Not
that Rose
everyone
probably
teaming up.
Rose probably came in as a girl, and they were like, this bitch in the pork chop group, she's whack. She ain't gonna go far. And then I think Rose's personality starts to show, and she's like, Rose seems like, every season there's a girl that's cracking all the jokes when all the queens enter, or is in the van making jokes like one-liners, which I'm sure was probably you season 8. There's always that girl. She's probably
I did it on 10 too. I was the PA on 10. I did it on 10 too.
So I think that's what Papa Rose is doing.
If you are just joining us, my name is Bob the Drag Queen.
And I'm Monet Exchange.
And we are reviewing Get Lucky episode of Drag Race season 12.
14. 13.
No, we're not 14. We're
13. Jesus Christ.
13. Oh my God. It's too much. It's too much.
Imagine
Also,
when we're doing Watchery
Simone,
for season 29. We're like, ooh, girl, this is season. What is it again about?
Right.
What season is this again?
Real talk, Simone is too hard on herself. This is like, she is just beating herself up. Like, I get it. There is a lot of pressure to do well on Drag Race, but like, girl, you got to give yourself some grace.
But perhaps this is not just Drag Race. I think Drag Race, when you do the show, like a lot of emotions from other things in your life start to bubble.
Yeah.
And it's probably for some other things back at home in Arkansas with her family. Maybe, I don't remember where she falls in terms of siblings, but she may have been the sibling who kind of like didn't measure up and because she wasn't doing things that she was passionate about. So all that stuff is coming to the surface now.
That makes sense. It's upsetting to watch her be so hard, like so mean to herself sometimes. And I'm like, girl, you're doing great. You're really doing great. Like, just be nice to yourself.
But look at her. She's here hosting a podcast with Monet Exchange. So it turned out well for her.
And she's gained like 80 pounds. She grew like 6 inches. She can do anything she puts her mind to. with my little sleeves.
I live.
But yeah, I don't know. But I do like watching her get emotional about loving herself. It's really nice to see her. It's very Sealy. It's very Miss Sealy. Like watching someone, we able to watch her on this journey of learning to love herself, and I'm really touched by that. So I want to talk about. Should we wait? What's next? Is the performance next?
The performances, yeah.
Okay, so what'd you think about? Wait, Jacob, did you write down the lyrics? Jacob didn't write the lyrics this time. Jacob, can you find the lyrics real quick and put them on the screen? Because I want to talk about them. Off the bat, whose was your favorite?
I can't.
All right, let's read Got Mick. You ready? Wake up, girls. Wake up, girls. Wake up, girls. It's now time to listen. Hands on your hips and assume the position. Mama Ru said they were all born naked. Got Mick says, love your body. Don't fake it. Here's the tea. I put in work, baby. So fight for yourself. I'll let the basic haters lurk, baby. That face is stamped so right. Clown paint and waist so tight. Boys and girls and in between. It's time to crown your queen. Let's go.
I like
what
to,
do you
okay.
think of her?
I like her lyrics. Here is my problem with the song, right? So the song starts, and I personally think that Gottmik had one of the best performances in the thing. Surprisingly. So I was like,
I agree.
I loved the way she moved. I loved how she commanded the thing. I loved her look. It was amazing. My only problem was that why would they, and it's not her fault. It's kind of like a production thing. Like when a song starts, you want to establish the melody. So when she came in, she was rapping super quickly, and I'm like, I didn't establish like what the tempo was because the song is not giving you that. So when she starts off like that, it just takes you on this like roller coaster. And it's like it's like you're jumping in a Corvette that's already moving at 90 miles per hour, and you don't have a chance to settle into what the song is.
Yeah, I can see that. But
for fucking Super Queen, like I wanted to do something fast, but they're like, Monet, you're the first one. I was like, oh fuck. So I have to do something that's gonna establish the melody, or else it's gonna be a shitty song.
Well, but when you're each doing individual things, the melody isn't necessarily the same. So everyone has different melodies.
I know, but I mean, as in terms of a songwriter, like I was thinking about it. Well, if it's gonna be a good song, I want to. Anytime I listen to a song has to start off in a way that establishes the song. And again, it's not their job to do that. They're like, I'm writing the best verse for me, and that's gonna make me stand out. And I get that completely. But it was to me, it was not her fault again because I loved Got Mixed performance. I thought she was smashing. I loved it so much.
Also, please tell us, y'all, who you think had the best performance. I mean, look, verse, performance, the whole thing. Let us know who you think had the best right now. Got
Yeah.
Mick really did it for me this episode.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah.
this was a challenge, Got Mick won this episode. There's no winner this
Yeah.
episode, but Got Mick, like, she really just like was so good. Everything, every fucking thing. Like
Yeah.
it was just nonstop amazing. I was
Yeah,
like,
her
this
TikTok
queen is
was
so,
good. That's
and,
good. She's
and
good.
now I will say, like, I'm still leaning toward Simone, but like if ever there was a tie, or if it ever has been like honestly either this girl or that girl, like this is the time to do it. Oh, trigger. But this is like the time, like it could be either Simone or Got Mick, truly.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
honestly, either way, 50-50, I'd be like, honestly, yeah, I see it. I really see it because
Yeah.
she just turned it.
Yeah, I really enjoy Got Mick, and as the season has progressed, my God, as the season has progressed, I've really fallen in love with Got Mick's character, and like I watched seeing her as an entertainer, and I think she has done such a great job this season. Like, well done, bitch, well fucking done. Shall we move on to Candy?
Yeah, so Candy.
Let me read Candy. I'm gonna read Candy's. Yo, the muse is back. Top 4 bitch on the track. She about to bring it back, and you hoes better watch your backs. I kind of like that. Queens wish they had my spot. They said I would go first. Now I'm laughing from the top. From the hood to Hollywood, with 3 bad bitches on my side. Number 1 show-stopping diva. Now I'm ready for my crown, bitch.
So I was, the only thing about this is like I'm not into rhyming words with themselves.
Oh, I love it.
She's about to bring it back. You hoes better watch your backs. So it's like back doesn't rhyme with back. It's like the muse is back. Top 4 bitch on the track. She's about to bring it back. You hoes better watch your back. I don't particularly love that. It doesn't seem like great writing, and I also don't love that her entire essence, like her whole thing in this show, is like to spite. It's like to prove someone wrong, and that's just not a reason to compete. She's like, her whole thing is like, you all said I wouldn't make it, now I made it. Yeah, bitch, I fucking made it, and it's like.
I don't jive with why that's wrong. I think if this is something that I'm sure since Aja and Dolly have been on the show, and I mean I have heard people say this bitch will never get on the show. So I think for her it's a really big aspiration. It was a big aspiration for her, and the fact that she is here, she's like, all y'all motherfuckers really thought I would never get here. So bitch, I'm here. Now what? I think that's a very valid reason to propel you in this competition.
But then it seems like your intentions are based off of other people's expectations of you and not based on your own thing. So basically, if that's your mentality, everything other people do will always dictate what you do next. It's never.
I don't think it's always. I think it's just for this situation. I don't think it's an always thing. It's for this.
But it just seems to be a through line for her throughout the season. Like, let me be arrogant. Yeah, bitches, I'm still here. Fuck you, bitches. Like, is your existence to spite in this show? A lot of her essence on this show seems to spite people who thought she would make it. If you follow her online, there's also a lot of it online. It's like there are a lot of people bullying her, and she's responding to them, leaning into like the spiting of people. Like she's existing in this moment and as a form of spiting people who think that she shouldn't be there. And I'm like, that's not a good motivator for me.
Well, I think again, echoing from like a childhood when people were beating her up in school just for being a fag, and they thought that because she's from the hood and she's gay, bitch, you ain't never gonna be shit. You know, she grew up in a home where her mom wasn't present because her mom was in jail. Apparently, I think from her testimonials to the judges at the end, maybe she had ended up in jail at some point. So I think a lot of her life has been shrouded in adversity, and like, I will never ever amount to anything. And now you're in the Olympics of drag on the biggest stage of drag in the world. The fact that she's there, I think to her, it's like really be like, y'all motherfuckers really thought, well, bitch, you wrong.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's wrong because I relate to a lot of that. I have, except replace mom with dad, all of that stuff. Sure, me too. But like for me, a lot of it was because I wanted to do
Wow, co-opting a Me Too for movement for your little thing. This is problematic as
well.
fuck.
That's not what Me Too is, but go off, sis. But like a big, I don't know. For me, it's just interesting. It's an interesting angle. It's like you're. This is the opposite of RuPaul saying don't read the comments. Like she's taking this time to. Here's what it is. Candy highlights her haters at practically every opportunity. Like
I can see that.
Practically every chance that Candy gets to highlight her haters, she does so. And that's how that you're spending your time focusing on all the people that hate you.
I can see that.
Anyway, so let's go on to the rap, the self-employed social media rap star.
Oh my God!
The little Scottish boy grew up to be the supreme. I'm the definition of American dream. Lucky for my daddy who believed in a star. Take it from Rose. You better work to go far. She fast raps everything about the bitch is right. Magnify the resume, the font is tight. I can rap, what a gag. Check it, baby, this is drag. I love the Supreme line. I do love, again, talking about how, like, getting support from your family. This is not this rapping is, it wasn't the build up to the lyrics that I was expecting.
Yeah, and also, again, Rosé's obviously super talented, and she's, in my opinion, the best singer on this season. And I feel like Rosé tried to do the most in her thing. She's like, okay, I'm gonna show them I can sing, I can show them I can write good lyrics, and I'm gonna show them that I can rap real fast. And I'm like, if she had put all that energy into just doing only like a super solid vocal the whole way through and building up to make that climax, as opposed to trying to do all the things, I feel like it would have gone well, because she probably sacrificed some great vocals and things in the end because she wanted to write a rap. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would go as far as to say that Rosé is probably one of the best two, if not the best singer, top 5 singers on Drag Race in general. She's
1,000%. 1,000%. Yes.
This, I would not have chosen to rap like this. Like, there's basically only one clever line, which is magnify the resume, the font is tight.
Yeah.
But the other part is
I can rap. So what a gag! Check it, baby. This is drag.
Like a lot of times when you're rapping, you will have a clever line, and then you need it to rhyme. So the line before it is a little bit of a throwaway. But something about having like really clever rapping is like the line building up to it is also an amazing line as well. And this whole thing is just about how she has a lot of accolades, and that was her. Like, honestly, this is not great rapping.
Also, something about like, something about like a nice white dude with like a really supportive family talking about I'm the definition of the American dream. It's a little cringe.
Yeah. Being like, you know what the American dream is? Not everyone can move here with their white family from Scotland and still succeed. I'm the American dream. Like when I think of the American dream, I think about like Bibi Zahara Benet. I think about stuff like, I think about
Mercedes
Iman. But I mean, I will say this is somebody's American dream. But yeah, it's something about this white person with bragging about how much their family loves them and how they can rap, which is like a black thing. They're like, not only am I the American dream, but I can also co-opt a black skill better than anybody.
Okay, not all that, Bob. You added too much sazon to the fucking. I could not.
It's just a lot of Stankonia for this Scottish shit.
Oh my God, you threw it back. Not Stankonia. I'm fucking done.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say this is probably the worst verse of the evening. This verse is
you want a taste of me? I'm the motherfucking ebony. And tantrums, it took a minute. Oh, but now I see. I'm the sugar honey iced tea. I got the fashion, beauty, and the brains. You see that crown? Oh, baby, that's for me.
Yeah, no, mama, this is garbage. This is not a good verse. This is bad. And I also don't like when someone splits up one thought between two lines. I'm the motherfucking ebony enchantress. I took a minute, oh, but now I see. I'm the sugar honey iced tea. And
I
No,
like
this
it
is
when
bad.
it's
This is
done
not
well. Like Nikki has a few lines like that where she like let's say she's saying a word like something I told, and then the last thing was like yeah, she's splitting up told ya into two
good.
lines,
Yeah.
but it works. You know what I mean? But this didn't work.
Okay, well, Monet, we're comparing a woman who has been on the charts more than any woman in the history of time to Simone. That's not fair. Nicki Minaj is the top charting female artist literally of all time, over Aretha, over Mariah, over Whitney, and you're like, Simone didn't rise to Nicki's level.
Well, the gag is Nikki. She recently passed me in number ones. Bitch, I was gagged. I was sitting here driving, minding my business, and it said Nikki. I said, "Who?"
I
She
said
shook
Nicki
me.
who? But yeah, but that being said, she looked gorgeous, and her performance, her moving around was all great.
Yeah, I liked Simone's performance a lot. I liked got mixed overall. Like everything got mixed, and I loved it so much.
Yeah.
I liked Rosé's dancing, and I liked her performance as well. And I really liked
Also,
Simone's
Rosé
look.
never did the Millie Rock. She never did it.
They probably took it out because she was like, Bob, if I was Rosé, I'm like, motherfucker, you're not setting me up. Take that shit out of my fucking choreography and give me something else.
Everything about the bitch is right. Making her resume is tight. That would have been like everything. Everything about the bitch is right. Making her resume the fuck is tight. I would have been like, you better, hey, go on. Hey. If she would have hit that whoa, if Rose would have hit that whoa, everything about the bitch is right.
I'm fucking done. Bob, you're obsessed with TikTok dances. You literally cannot stop yourself. I'm taking your phone away.
And Simone never did the chair choreography. Like they built up to these things and made us think they were going to do it. They never did any of them.
Yeah, and Simone looked really cute doing hers in the rehearsal too. So yeah, it's weird they didn't put it in.
Let's
take some
listen
calls.
to who some of these people's. Let's hear your opinions. Are your takes like ours? Ben?
Gottmik had the best performance, hands down. You see my hands? Hands down.
I remember that Simon Ravi moment. Let's listen to Laura Spencer.
I think Gottmix was really good, but then Simone had this energy to her, which I love, and Simone's was really good too, but her singing was alright.
Laura got high. Laura said her singing got high. All right, yeah.
Because the thing about it is, so I will say this: Ross was right. There's something about Simone on camera that you just get happy. The serotonin just from watching her on camera is great. Let's hear Mia.
Okay, so I think Rosé did really, really well, but I think for Rosé, it's just predictable because she is already a singer and dancer, and I really loved how she brought in a rap and stuff. I thought that was really cool, but I think literally my winner was Gottmik just because I wasn't expecting her to be this good, and the lyrics were so good, and her dancing was really good, and she looked so good. But yeah, so I think my winner is Gottmik.
I want to say I don't like grading people on a curve. That is not fair, in my opinion. Just because you didn't think Gottmik was going to be good, and she gets more points. But that being said, I still do think Gottmik was the winner of this.
I think that Mia has a good point, but I think Mia brings up a really interesting conversation because Rosé is known for being so good at singing and dancing, and no one was overwhelmed by her. They were like, okay, this is up to thing. That's why you need to turn it up. Shea Coulee was known in her season for being really good at singing and dancing. So bitch, in the final thing, she brought it. She did a fucking triple fucking what you call that? A triple pirouette. She did things to really up the ante for herself to make us be like, oh yeah, you are really good at this. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Let's listen to Layla.
I could not fucking handle the way that Michelle said, you fast rapped and I could understand every word. Because I listened to that track so many times and I did not know what Rosé was saying until you read it.
Oh.
I agree with her. I remember when she said that, I was like, I could not understand a word she was saying. It's not that she wasn't enunciating. Let me be clear about this too, because I went on YouTube and you can change the playback speed on YouTube. You can try to slow it down, and I was like, I can't hear it. But a big part of speed rapping is also picking words in an order that is easy to understand when you're saying them fast. If you don't believe me, go listen to Look at Me Now and listen to Busta Rhymes. He's rapping very fast, but because of the order of the words and putting the consonants in a certain order, that's why you might engage in a lot of alliteration. You'll notice a lot of speed rappers use alliteration because a bunch of B's back to back makes them easier to understand for some reason.
Yeah, because it's your brain. Your brain. Because also when that happens, your brain is filling in the gaps. Like it's almost like when you see a color. Have you seen that new thing going around where you look at that thing on TikTok?
The dot.
You look at the dot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then your brain is like, oh, this is what I see. This is what I'm hearing. Yeah.
I love alliteration to rap. Let me say, when rap has alliteration, when they say big bag busting out the Bentley Bentayga, man, Balenciaga, Barty back, and all you bitches fucked, I'm like, I love this. I love.
That's really aggressive. Can you try to be Black Girl Magic and not be so aggressive with it?
I said big bag busting out the Bentley Bentayga. Ooh, a baka
bookie boo. I can't. You love a baka boo. Let's listen to Louise.
Not Bob going off like this and then being like, I don't understand why queens think I'm hateful. That's crazy.
Girl, literally my life with Bob. My life with Bob.
Did I tell you I got cornered by Vanjie and she was like,
Where?
Girl, I went to go watch Drag Race at Todrick's and Vanjie was there. And she was like, you told Monet that I was difficult on tour. And I was like, I told Monet that having to make your, edit your mix was odd. And it's true. Anyway, let's listen to Armando.
Damn, Bob. Did Rosé fucking kill your family?
Y'all are so ridiculous.
Listen to Paris.
I like Simone's verse. I like it a lot. I like Simone's. And so did Ariana Grande, so I'm going to agree with Ariana.
Okay, that's not true. Ariana commented on all of the top four, and on Rosé, she's like, bitch, you better work on something. On all of them, she wrote like this, oh, work. Amazing. Bitch, I'm dead. I don't Candy, she put a heart emoji. So she comments on everyone's thing. So don't try to act. Y'all be up here just making shit up.
Monet, wow, Monet, what did Ariana Grande's family do to you? And I was like, and I want everyone. There's this thing. It feels like if you don't think that someone deserves to win, everyone's like, you hate them. Every season there's somewhere I'm like, I just don't know why I don't think you deserve to win. And the fans think that I don't like that person. And I think what makes it wild is in my head, everyone's going off for that person. I'm kind of like, am I seeing, do I not, am I missing something here? You know?
Yeah. I feel you. The Runaways, bitch. Your favorite part of the show.
Bring it to the runway. Okay, RuPaul is wearing her coronavirus hair, first of all.
I think Ru looks so fucking good.
Amazing. Gorgeous. Stuntrelina. She looks
Look at Ru on them fucking platform open-toed shoes, girl. Look at her. Ru looks incredible. You know this or not, but those are literally
the only shoes RuPaul wears.
That's
RuPaul,
not true.
You will never catch. I mean, most of the time, not every single time, but RuPaul mostly wears these shoes.
Yeah, that's just true.
Most time you cannot see her feet, but oftentimes she's wearing those hooker shoes. But anyway, she looks amazing. I mean, honestly.
And did you see the promo for the episode? Bitch, she was on one leg. One-legged RuPaul.
Wait, when?
Bitch, on the promo image for the episode. It was crazy. I was
what are you talking about? Can someone
I'm about to get it for you right now. I don't know who would have posted it. Michelle normally posted. Let me see if it's on Michelle's page. Oh, Jacob's going to find it.
Balancing on one leg like a flamingo?
Yes, look at Ru.
She is really feeling her pussy on this day.
Ru must have started doing Kabbalah or something, girl. She has the energy of 1,000 toddlers. She looks amazing.
Girl, she better work. I mean, honestly, go off. Yeah, she looks amazing.
She looks so good.
I love Got Mixed look so much.
Oh my God, this was the top toot of the night. This was the best look. She looked fucking incredible. I love this.
Yeah. Honestly, with the exception of maybe one category, if the categories are performance, or if the categories are interview, performance, runway, and then lip sync, Gottmik won 3 out of the 4 categories.
Agreed. This look is so fucking cute. I love this.
And this is the Lady Hyde, Dallas Culture.
Oh, Dallas. Love Dallas.
Gottmik just looks. This is everything about this look is perfect.
Super dope. Super good. Yeah, this is incredible. Fucking incredible. I love this. Like, I can't stop. She looks like a dream. And also, again, we've been talking about pads and titties and yada yada yada. Gottmik is not wearing any titties, and Gottmik hasn't worn tits like I think the entire show, which I think is so brilliant. You know, I'm sure it's like a really personal thing for her, not choosing to wear boobs in drag, and it just looks it looks good on her every time. I never look at her and be like, I wish she had boobs in. I think it always looks amazing.
Gottmik tweeted out, I think the quote is something like, I spent $10,000 getting rid of my tits, I'm never putting them back on. So, like, honestly, go off. But also, Gottmik has figured out proportions, because Gottmik just looks amazing. Like,
amazing.
Serve. Like, fucking serve. All right, Candy Muse is doing the Pinwheel Redemption.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with this look except one thing. It's not the finale.
It's not. It's just like a regular runway. If the runway was like, I don't know, what
color blocking?
What color? If it was like
organza corset.
Yeah, this is a runway look. This is not your final look. And ooh, so many things. And like in her commentary, she was like Candy Muse is not like, I like all these bitches because of the finals are wearing gowns. Like, I don't wear gowns, or like something to that effect. And I'm like, it didn't episode 2 you said you were literally gonna wear a gown with a train that went all the way blah blah blah, but you didn't. But something like, I was like, you were going to wear a gown. And if
also,
you're gonna
Candy's
wear a gown,
Candy's won 3 or 4 gowns this season. She was wearing a gown in Henny I Shrunk the Kids. She sewed a thing onto a gown for trains.
Oh, yeah.
So Candy wears gowns.
Yes, I was like, and also, but even using that logic, it's like, baby, then why look Candy on the ground. Baby, if you don't wear gowns, doing a gown in a Candy Muse way and making it super unique to you and making it like from the hood to Hollywood, like tying that theme in, that would have been beautiful and amazing, as opposed to wearing this, which is not a final look.
I would like to get to the bottom of this finale gown situation. Okay, so here's what the story is. Candy had a train that would have literally covered the entire stage. And for some reason, Candy chose not to wear the train that would have covered the stage. So instead, they sewed a train onto her finale gown, and she wore that during the trains episode. So now, I thought that maybe this massive train would have made a reappearance for this, but instead she's wearing this other outfit, which I don't know. I don't know the story. It is wild, but I would like to see this massive train. Like, I want to see.
I want to see it. Yes, I want to see the train. I don't think that train ever fucking existed. And if it will exist on Twitter in 2 weeks, someone is at a sewing machine right now making it, because it didn't happen when this show was happening.
But Monet's like, you have 24 hours to respond.
Other than that, I think that Candy looks pretty in the face. I like the hair, but yeah, I don't dig this look. Also, Candy, we talked about this before. Candy, you know, she loves to wear things to like make herself like look like this. I'm like, Candy, she's done other things that shows more chest to make her look like she has more neck, but this outfit is going up to like all the way up here. It doesn't look comfortable on her.
Yeah, Candy's doing her neck no favors in this in this look.
She looks beautiful though.
But her face and hair are on point.
Gorgeous. I want to know who did this hair, because bitch, I want a wig like that actually.
So Rose is wearing Christopher Palu, and here's the thing: Rose is snatched in real life. Why doesn't she just bring it in at the waist a little?
Yeah, and then why put these lace black gloves? I was like, what is that? Like, these gloves with this outfit was so fucking ugly. And I guess it probably is like, obviously it's a Scottish thing, because she has like the leather belt with the tartan, and maybe that's where that white fluffy purse is coming in. But I do not like.
Maybe the purse maybe the purse is a sheep, because sheep are very prevalent in Scotland. Um, this I'm not from Scotland, so obviously I don't have an affinity for it the way that she does. But she really wants you to know that she is Scottish. It is very important that you know that she's Scottish. It is getting kind of wild.
It is a known fact that a lady do tell you that she's from Scotland. Okay, girl.
I mean, I don't know that Lawrence Cheney has mentioned being Scottish as many times as Rose has mentioned being Scottish.
And then also wearing this outfit that's like already making her look so big and it's coming like this. Why would you choose to have your hair big and down too? Like, she just looks so heavy. I'm like, if she would have done some type of sculpted updo or something to make things go up and like to make it feel lighter, it just feels so heavy and so like dowdy on her. And the fucking gloves kill me. I hate the fucking gloves so much. And I love Rose. Maybe
it don't sound like you love Rose. It don't sound like you love Rose.
Do you know what it looks like? It looks like she's trying to emulate like a bagpipe. Like, you know how the bagpipes have those black pipes and the white thing is the whistle part? Maybe that's what she's trying to do. But it doesn't look good. It's not flattering on her. She's a tiny girl. She looks huge here.
Yeah, this ain't it, kid. I cannot in good faith say that I love this look.
Yeah.
And that's on that.
Great.
Let's go into Simone, who's wearing Gigi Good's mom, Christy Gagey.
Chrissy.
I think she looks amazing. She looks beautiful. I think that she looks gorgeous. What I actually do love is that, because I know she doesn't do body, but the sleeves cover up the fact that she's not doing a lot of body. I think she looks great. I'm not knocked down. I'm not destroyed, but she looks good.
Yeah, this is good. This is good.
I will say this: Gottmik ate everyone on this one.
She had the best one, hands down. It was amazing. It was creative. It was beautiful. It was pretty simple. Like, you think about it, it's just like a black and white dress with like I'm talking about simple. She literally has.
She didn't. But I see what you mean. It's just a gown with dots on it. It's a stretch gown with dots on it. But she didn't overthink it.
Yeah, she looks amazing. She ate these bitches up.
Like, if you go back and look at Candy's outfit, Candy has a corset, a zipper, lace up the back, a collar, shoulders, piping at the end of her thing. There's a lot going on. It feels like it is a little overthought. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. We have one episode left, but as of right now, Florence Lee is still in the lead of Evie Drag Race.
Two. You know, these girls are gonna have looks on for the finale. For the reunion.
True that. Florence Lee has 12 looks. Rachel Ann Dumby has 8 looks. That's Utica's designer. Marco did 7. Casey Caldwell did 6. You want to keep going, Mo?
Black and White Stripes has 6. Christopher Baloo has 5. Joshua Ponte has 5. Coco Vega has 5. Dominic Couture has 5. And Diego Montoya he's at the bottom of the totem pole with 4. None of them wore Diego for the finale. I think a lot of them are like, okay, people always wear Diego for the finale. I'm not going to be that girl. I'm going to do something else.
Yeah, probably. Let's talk about
this lip sync. What do you think about that? The lip sync.
Well, we haven't even talked about the conversations with their childhood selves.
Oh. I mean, those are all really personal, and they all were sweet. Nothing like stood out as, oh my god, to me. I think they were all beautiful. And I did like the fact that RuPaul was like, with Gottmik's permission, we're showing this picture.
I wrote that down. I was like, RuPaul made sure she let everyone know that we got your permission to show you when you were presenting like a quote unquote girl. Which is I love that, and I love that RuPaul was like it sets a precedent that everyone's not. Although I do think it's weird that they didn't do that with Peppermint.
Well, I think maybe when Peppermint was there, maybe they weren't. I think that people are being more conscious when they do things like that. You know what I mean? I think that Peppermint was this was 2017. Now we're in 2021. I think in these 5 years, people are like realizing I need to be more sensitive and I need to get someone's permission before I show them, in a different way.
Yeah, I mean, it's growth is what it is. But I also know because you'll notice with Peppermint they did, which I'm very grateful that they didn't do, because they used to dead name you. No, they not dead name. Say your birth name, like say your real name.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I am intrigued by the fact that they would not say, what would you say to little Cade? Like
he did say that.
When no, RuPaul didn't say.
Oh
that.
no, he said, what would you say
your
to?
Name is Cade now, to your younger self, and got Mick said your name is Cade now. So back when they did all of the ones with I may be getting this wrong. I'm sure someone will let me know. Back on season 9 or 10, they held them up, or it was 9, and they told everyone else what would you say, and they said their legal name, and with they said Young Peppermint. But also, if you know Peppermint is very weird about people knowing her real name. Like
she does not fuck with that. She does not fuck with that.
Like Peppermint does not want you to know her real name. Peppermint, my name is Peppermint.
Yeah. One time we were on a thing and someone on a Zoom, I feel like it was for maybe Macbeth or something else, and someone said Peppermint's like government name, and I was like, I went out of frame. I was like, girl, not me. I was like, I didn't say it. It wasn't me.
It's like Lady Bunny out of drag. Lady Bunny's not joking. You cannot photograph her at all if she's not in drag. It is a whole thing.
Well, yeah. Well, Bunny, we do a podcast together, and Bunny, it is when you search Lady Bunny, it is the top search thing. Lady Bunny out of drag.
What I write down? Michelle says that. I wrote about the thing about watching every time Simone talks is she's on an emotional roller coaster. Like she is, everyone. There's a lot of tears, but Simone can't even make it through her speech. She is just in pieces. I'm like, girl. I mean, I get it. Woo, Lord have mercy. Woo, Lord have mercy. And Candy's childhood picture was so cute. That Candy looks.
Oh my God, so cute.
The exact same. What else did I write down? That's all I wrote down about the speeches. I mean, whose speech did you think was the best?
I don't think any of them were better than the other. I liked them all for different reasons. I love how emotional Simone got. I loved how real Candy was about hers. I will say, now thinking about it, like we're talking about storylines, I think that Rosé's was one that I was like, good for you. I wasn't like super emotionally invested in it. Like how obviously with Simone, like literally breaking down and got Mick's journey to, with identity. And Candy, talking about prison and maybe I think she alluded to
prison.
I
don't think she said prison.
Jail. Either talking about her, maybe she did. Not
Monet being like when Candy was on death row. What else?
Shut up.
When Candy called it 25 to life charge. What else?
But yeah, Rosé is the one I probably like connected to the least emotionally. And again, it's because we're probably from two different experience, two different worlds. Candy and Simone.
Yeah, Rosé was like, "You're very supported. Your family loves you. You're gonna go far. You're gonna achieve everything you ever set out to do with very little. You're really gonna be doing. You're gonna be
Yeah. She's like one year in 2020, people are gonna yell Black Lives Matter, but just know that all lives do matter, and that includes you.
You are so ridiculous. Yeah, she was really just like, you're honestly, everything's great. You got this. You are, you know what? That song Lucky was written about you. I'll tell you that.
Oh my God, I saw your tweet. And Bob, I don't think they needed to reference Britney Spears' Lucky. You are doing too much.
I cannot believe that no one even just referenced Britney Spears. I mean, call me. I would have maybe said, "Call me Britney," because call me Britney because I'm lucky, bitch. Like that would have been just a little moment like that. That would have been if one of the lyrics would have been, "Call me Britney because I'm lucky." That to me that would have been like chef's kiss. So I love the fact that the lip sync is one at a time. This is so much better than making 4, because I did it 4 at a time.
That is too much. 4 people, that is too much. That is too much. That stage,
Wasn't
by
it
the
just you
way,
and Trinity?
this stage, it was just me and Trinity. How big would you say the stage is on Drag Race? That is like what?
Okay.
It's like...
Okay, this is important to note. Season 8 was the last season to do this. So if you all look at the stage of Drag Race, it's a T. But there are these 2 big black squares in the negative space. And you can walk on that too. On my season, that negative space wasn't there. So you could only walk on the actual runway. And the runway itself is probably
narrow.
4 to 5 feet.
Yeah.
Maybe. Each little square is like 3 squares. Each one's about a 4 to 5 foot square. So like if I spread my arms, I'm off the stage. In my season, those little blocks were not there. So when you lip sync, you can only go up the T, down, make a hard left.
That's a lot of so for 4 people to perform on that's crazy. That is insane to me.
So I'm glad they did it one at a time. And Simone ate.
Fully.
Everyone else.
I love she took out her little handkerchief. Yeah, Simone was the best in the lip sync, hands down.
What I wrote down, when Simone pulled out that towel, she won. She won that lip sync. I think that Candy is a shaker. So Sasha Velour is also a shaker. Someone who shows emotion by shaking. Like they shake their hands and do a lot of stay step kind of without bending their knees. Does that make any sense? Where you kind of go left to right without bending your knees and you shake. Have you seen? Do you know what I'm talking about? They kind of do this. This is how they show they're emotional. They're like and then so Candy is like a shaker to show that she's conveying emotion. Her whole body starts going. Also, Rosé is a pointer sister. I am a pointer sister too. Rosé, Jacob, can you pull up that GIF of that Nick sent you of Rosé? She likes to throw a hit on beat, bum 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 bum. I relate to that. I am also a pointer sister and a hit on the beat kind of girl as well. And Simone's she's just that bitch did it. She did it.
Yeah. She did a great job. I did like that they did it one by one, and then I think that they should listen. I told you for this lip sync for the crown for this finale episode, I think they should give each bitch a black leotard, the same fucking wig, the same fucking black pleaser pump, and do your number like that. I don't want to see releasing a swarm of bees. I don't want to see. I want it to be simple. I don't think it needs to be all this extra Asia O'Hara butterfly shit. We don't need all that.
I disagree. This is what Nick sent. It's a picture of Rosé throwing her hand out, and it says, "Wanda, would anyone ask to be freed from her torture?" No, I disagree with you, Monet. Okay, first go back. I want to say that Candy's skirt reveal was too much.
It was.
The reason why it's too much is because the skirt is literally see-through. We already know what's on the other side of the skirt.
But I don't think she was revealing. She was doing it so she could lip sync better. She wasn't doing it to gag you, Bob. Everything not about you.
Yeah, but I don't know. You know what? It didn't work for me. That's all I'm saying. It didn't work for me. Now, listen, y'all. Don't be like Monet and Monet. Don't be just roll with me, Monet. Keep doing the show, okay?
Okay. Well, but let's talk about what the polls are. So on this, so you know when Rue's like, okay, now I want to hear from you. Are you Team Simone? Are you Team Gottmik? Are you Team Rosé? So these are the polls as they stand right now. This is Saturday night at 12:38 in the morning. If you're in LA, what's that? What time? 9:38. If you in LA, 9.
You are about to literally bust a brain, a blood vessel, trying to convert the time zones. We are in Pacific time. We're 3 hours behind.
9:38. The polls are as is. This is on Twitter. Simone has 35,000 likes. Gottmik has 32.2 thousand. Rosé has 30.1 thousand. and Candy has 9,227 likes.
I mean, Candy is way behind. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not gagged. To be honest. And I would say that this order is exactly the order that I put them in: Simone, Mick,
Agreed.
Rose, and Candy.
Agreed.
And it seems to be pretty common across all the platforms. Mick and Simone are pretty close, and then Mick and Rose are pretty close. But Simone and Rose are not close because of if that makes any sense.
Do you want to read the Instagram ones?
Yeah, Instagram. Simone has 154,000 likes. Mick has 152,000 likes. Rose has 127, and Candy has 52. I mean, Candy's back there, and that's probably hard to see. And if Candy can say this, I want you to know you are incredibly talented. You are really phenomenal. And
for sure.
I mean, she knows she's really. I mean, listen, some girls didn't even get a chance to be in the poll. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was been texting with some of the girls. And if whichever one of these girls listen to this, Drag Race is not indicative of what of your worth as a queen, of your talent, of what you can achieve in life. Bitch, after this, use this as a motherfucking jumping off point to go the fuck off. Whatever your things you want to do, bitch, go off. Find a team that'll help you make the stuff and make it really good. And as long as you create the content you want or do the things you want to do or the auditions you want, that's all that fucking matters. Don't make this be what your worth is.
And if anyone wants to see the Rose GIF, I've tweeted it out on my Twitter. You can go see. If you don't watch WandaVision, it won't make sense. Let's listen to some of these comments from our listeners, Monet.
Yeah.
I personally think that it was basically split. I think that Gottmik pretty much had the best performance, and on top of that, she had the best verse. But I also feel like in terms of the lip sync and the runway, Simone got that. So I think it was really split between those two.
Okay.
I mean, I would kind of say similarly, except based off the whole season. I think between Simone and Mick, it is split. But in my opinion, Mick ate this episode left nothing.
I
Nothing
agree.
for anyone.
I agree. Even again, the way that Rue was engaging with her, I think all of that to me is compiles the episode, and I think Gottmik won the episode fully.
For sure. Let's listen to Crystal.
Is it just me, or does Candy look like she's cosplaying as all of the characters of Scooby-Doo at the same exact time?
I am fucking undone. I am undone. Bitch. I am fucking undone. Yes, she does.
See it. She has Daphne's hair. Oh my god, the ascot from Fred.
I'm fucking done.
The voice is Scooby.
Bitch, jinkies, girl. Jink fucking keys. Let's listen to Leah.
I can't wait until All Stars 10 when Rosé comes back after conquering her crippling ruffle addiction.
I mean, it did feel like at one point during the speech, RuPaul basically told Rosé that she'll be on All Stars. That's what I got. RuPaul was like, I know that you're the girl I can always count on when I call you. It was like something she said like that, and I was like, this bitch just said you're going to be on All Stars. I feel like I just heard RuPaul in so many words say, bitch, I'll see you on All Stars.
Oh my God, Bob.
So you think Rosé's going to win? Anyway, let's move on to you're not frozen when I can see. So I mean, there it is. We're gonna, of course, next week we're gonna be tuning in to review the reunion, which has been next week's reunion, Monet, and then the finale.
Oh really?
Yep, next week's reunion, then the finale, and I will say that the reunions have gotten a lot less spicy. We haven't had a spicy reunion since All Stars 2.
No, are you kidding? No. Season 10, bitch.
You're right. Y'all. I forgot y'all's fight. Oh my God, y'all were acting wild.
We were not acting wild. People were mad because people were mad.
You tried to engage in a full-on fist fight with someone. Who did you try to fight with?
Only because Vixen tried to misrepresent what I said, and I was like, "Oh, and bitch, the gag." I will say, I think I was getting a little wild when I stood up. Standing up in a situation like that is very aggressive, and I recognize my role in that. But she tried to lie on me, and I was like, I did not say that."
Standing up does escalate. Vixen did it again. Well, I was watching the other day, and Vixen does this thing where she'll just say things like, I remember she was like, every girl here has said they were irritated by you, Eureka, and then you were like, I did not say that. And then three other girls were like, I also did. The other girls like, I just for the record, I also did not say that. And Vixen was like, well, I'm assuming that every girl's annoyed with you. And I was like, I get annoyed with my fucking mom sometimes. But that doesn't mean she was like, everyone hates you, bitch. And they were like, when it was like, whoa, I didn't say that.
Well, I think and it was very like, what was I watching? Oh, Shay posted like a compilation of like love and hip hop moments, and in the reunions, it always gets crazy when a bitch stands up. It's like everything is cool, everyone is just yelling and doing the normal things. But when somebody stands up, bitch, it is World War fucking 3.
I cannot believe you aggressed her. You were so shady.
Yeah, season 10 was the last wild reunion.
Season 9 had that wild Valentina moment.
I mean, one of the most iconic ones was season 1. Bitch, Tammy Brown. Rue said, blah, 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 blah. Rue was like, bitch, I never fucking told you weren't a star. You've been a star the whole goddamn time. I love when Rue talks like that. That shit cracks me up.
Wow. Well, listen, if you join us, thank you so much.
Oh my God! Wait, time out. Can we please talk? Remember season 10 when Asia was literally up there crying because I can't believe that we all sat here and we just let her walk away. You remember that? That was crazy.
Okay, season 10 was one of the wildest reunions. That was. Y'all were going.
I need to watch it again. That shit is good.
Y'all was fighting. Anyway, if you enjoyed our show, please give me and Monet a follow right here on the Stereo app. We would greatly, to quote Rose, we greatly appreciate the like here, love. That's Irish.
Wow, that was a good. No, that was a little Scottish. It was a little Scottish Irish.
Well, I absolutely appreciate you to follow us here on the app. A big thank you to Monet Exchange for being my partner in crime here.
That was good. And big shout out to this bitch for being here too.
Can you do it in a Scottish accent?
I'm not good at Scottish. I'm so excited to be here. Ew, no. I just sound like I'm from Minnesota.
All right. Thank you all so much. And we will talk to you all very soon. All right. We'll see you next Saturday. Bye, everyone.